Friends, I am so excited. I can't wait anymore to do holiday stuff. I'm just saying. And tonight I am going to show you how I decorated their wood cutout snowman ornaments. Now listen, you can get these on Amazon, all the things. I got mine from Grace and Tattered Lace. She's amazing. It's got this primitive, junky, wonky kind of look to it. I love it. Yes, I do have an affiliate link listed in the description if you care to buy. She has kits as well as the laser files. So if you don't have a laser, I have a laser. I cut mine on that. But if you don't have one, she sells kits. So they're already cut out. It's awesome. Anyways, I'm so excited about these ornaments because not only are they adorable, but I have a feeling these would sell like hotcakes if you were to sell them, say, in any gift stores or at craft shows. I'm just saying. Now, the other thing I wanted to mention to you is these could double not just as ornaments, but you could put a little felt pad on the back and use it as a diffuser, put it in your tree and use it as an ornament and put little, smell good stuff on it. Or you could hang it in your car and you could use a little diffuser on it. Makes it smell pretty. I'm just saying it's more useful that way, right? Anyways, enough chatting from me. Thanks for being here. Now let's get to those ornaments. Okay, so we're going to make some adorable snowman ornaments. I got mine from Grace and Tattered Lace. Link is in my description on YouTube. But here we go. I've already cut all mine out. I used my Lumos from We Create, but you could get yours from Grace and Tattered Lace. You could get the kit and she could just send it to you already cut out. Now, these are all the different paints that I'm going to be using. All different colors like a dark blue, a green, a red, an orange. I have some jute. I have some black chalk paint. I also have this really pretty like wine color. I have some scraps of fabric, some wood beads. So here we have the 3 sets. So I'm going to do one of the circles in the red color and I paint it. Then I did both sides, let it dry, and then I'm going to sand it. Then I decided to get a little wacky and add some dots. I was going for like whimsical, but I don't know that I made it. So once that was dry, I decided to sand it a little bit just to kind of mute it a bit. If that's not your vibe though, please obviously do what you like to do. Then I painted the next one with this really pretty country like blue. I love it. It's like a slate blue almost. And the same process, painted both sides, let it dry. And then this one I'm just sanding it, and then I added, and I'm using a Posca marker to do that. I'm doing lines, and they're just thick lines. I don't know. Again, I was just trying for some different techniques. So there are the lines, and then I did some cross lines over that to make a little like check pattern-ish. It would have been way better if I could have gotten like a stencil to use, but you know what? It's fun to kind of expand your horizons and see what you can do. So I let that Posca paint marker dry, and now I am trying to tone it down. So I'm using my little gator sander and sanding it. Next one I did with the chalk paint. The color is Fern. Again, it's just like a green color. And again, same process, paint both sides, let it dry. Then I am sanding it. Again, if that's not your thing, don't do it. Now I have some wax and I decided to put that on a sponge and kind of go over it. And I was like, oh, isn't that nice? And then I go overboard. Every time, friends, every time I go overboard. And you'd think I would know not to, because I do it all. I do it all the time. No, friends, I don't learn from my mistakes. So here we are trying to fix it. So I took a cloth and I'm kind of like a dampened cloth and I'm just wiping it and seeing if I could fix it a little bit. And then I decided, you know what, let's just go all in and do this for all of them. Like if you're going to make a mistake, at least make them look like they were a set of mistakes. Then I did the same thing with the green, and I decided, you know what, anytime you make a mistake, this is such a cool learning moment. Anytime you make a mistake, just sand it. So on to the next little pieces. I am painting each of the little snowman bodies, and I'm just using, I think I'm using Dixie Belle. Fluff is the color. Just paint them with a white paint. And that's all I'm doing here. And there's 3 different ones. let it dry. Then I also did the little hats. I painted them black. Now you could use, they're so small, you could probably use a Posca paint pen or even Sharpies for the really little ones. Like for the noses, I am using a chalk paint, but I bet you could use a marker. I mean, because they're so little, it probably would have been easier. So then I decided to sand each of our little snowman bodies. Again, don't do it if that's not your thing. Then I decided to use some of the Tim Holtz Distressing ink pad, and I'm just going over the edges. It's just like a dark, dark brown. I don't know. I'm just going for a real primitive distress vibe. So here we are back to our ornaments. And as mentioned, if you mess it up, you could always sand it. And that's what I did. And it lightened it up. And I really feel like it salvaged it, right? So there's that. Next, I take some flannel, and I'm just taking a wee little strip that I ripped, and I'm going to add it to each of the little snowman bodies. And I am gluing it onto mine. I don't know. I suppose there's a different way that you could do this where I don't know how else you do it. Just do it like this. Or not, whatever. But all I did was just wrap it around where the neck would go and just kind of using my glue to kind of position where I want the scarf to look folded. Ta-da! And I did this for each of them. Another one, the red one. Oh, I was so happy. I can't wait to show you that one. Then I added a little bit of hot glue to the back of our little snowman, and then I'm going to place it onto our circle cutout. I'm going to do the same thing with our little hat. And you'll notice I'm using my precision tip hot glue gun. This is like so helpful. The other thing you could do was maybe use one of those precision tip glue applicators and maybe use like some like gem tack or some kind of adhesive that you know, if you didn't want to use hot glue. But I'm just doing, this is the red one I was talking about, and I put the fabric on so it was crisscross in the front. Holy Toledo, it's adorable. And we're doing the same thing with each of them. Glue the hat on, glue the nose on. And then for the last one, I decided to add the little fabric on so it almost looks like it goes over. You know when a kid goes out sledding and they have their little scarf on and it's almost up to their nose? That's what I was going for this one. It's so fun. So I put it up. So I put the fabric a little bit higher up on the snowman face, and then I added the little carrot nose, and it almost goes under the scarf, if that makes sense. And then I added some more glue, and then add that to our little thing. Add his little hat. I then added, because this kit came with little hearts, so then I add the little hearts to each of the snowmen, which, oh my gosh, look at how cute they are. They're so little, but I feel like, make such a difference. Well, I felt like it needed a little something more. So I decided to take some Dollar Tree. These are just Dollar Tree wood snowflake cutouts. And I'm just using my pouncer and dabbing on some white paint. Then I add some hot glue and I add it to our little ornament. And I do that for each of them. And holy Toledo, does that not look better? Now, if you didn't want to do that, you could add, like, you could write somebody's name on it or the date. Oh, that would be adorbs. So then I added a little jute hanger, and then I added our little beads on that, gave a little knot on the top of that. And are you kidding me? Look at how cute these are. I mean, seriously? Yes, my husband stole them because, you know, he loves Christmas. And so my goal is to make him as many things for Christmas as I can. But that also match my decor preference, right? Sneaky. I know. It's okay. Anyways, friends, thank you so much for watching, and I hope this inspires you. Well, there you have it. Were those not adorable little ornaments? And they were easy, and I showed you many different things that you could do to distress and paint and all the things. I am so excited for them. Let me know in the comments, A, which one was your favorite, and B, will you be making some? So much fun. And hey, by the way, thanks for being here. Don't forget, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and that bell notification so you don't miss any of the Crazy Pans DIY fun. Anyways, friends, thanks again for being here. And until next time.